So basically, first of all, happy episode 1 of the great Ben and Jason posthumous road trip 2026 for Ben's New Zealand magazine. Normally I put out my magazine, I do it around, if not all of New Zealand and the whole South Island, and I do it with my good buddy Jason Smith, who's not with us this year. And I've been kind of thinking, well, how am I going to do that? Because the other side of the fact that he stops me from being a complete fucking maniac and an arsehole, I don't drive, and he was my helicopter man. He, Henry Blake, and so I'm going to have to do this all like I did in the old back days, where it's all done by a wing and a prayer, and you can follow. Hello there. Hello, Ernie dog. Aren't you such an Ernie? Oh, yes, you are. What a good boy. So we're going to make this all a wing and a prayer with the wolf gods on our sides, or hopefully being visions. And as we go along, I'm going to do little stories, find you little bits of history, find you little parts of New Zealand that are quite beautiful and quite surreal and wish you were here moments. And we'll talk about politics, and we'll talk about food, and we'll have a great little road trip. And this is sort of, if you want to go into a cafe around the South Island, if you're basically around the main hubs and the main state highway 1, we try to get everywhere we want, but you can guarantee we follow the state highway 1. That's our David Attenborough route. You'll find the magazine. And you can find out all about this year's issues, which we'll tell you about as we go along. But in the meantime, just if you don't want to do that, that's cool. Just want to follow this because you're enjoying the stories I bring you. For a handhold, old school, portable person, because I'm just a fucking Luddite and I don't do all of that other shit. Cool. And I think I've got some good stories, and we'll try and keep them brief. We'll keep these as being 5-minute moonlight wonders with Moonlight and Jason. Because this is actually the Jason. It is the Jason Road Trip 2026. Thanks, buddy. And by the way, I also forgot to mention one small but significant detail. One of these things is everywhere I'm going to have a packet of sunflower seeds, and I'm going to be planting those where we stop. And we'll talk about politics, but it's not that I think it's very important to know about this stuff, because if you don't know about it, then they can pull and they get by on your apathy. But also, I'm so sick of the destruction, about reporting destruction all the time. I think it's very important that you need to balance that stuff with stuff that re-energizes yourself. That's why Jason was always my the straight guy, the funny guy, or vice versa, however you want to see it. But I think it's I'm going to try and do the solo to be as much to the productive. He was always the positive news, and I was always the Mr. Captain Giggles and nuclear bombs. So anyway, that's going to be the spirit. We're going to do it without you actually, Jason, in physical presence. But I'll try as much as possible to see what I learned and what you could bring to my world of reporting that maybe just needed a bit of a kick up the arse. Thanks, Jason. And I'll catch you all, guys. Oh, by the way, that's Big Red. And we will talk about Big Red when we get to the end of this trip, which could be about 3 or 4 weeks, for those who manage to find themselves continuously entertained by little dramas and little stories and muses I come up with.